Okay, let's work on problem 1713 together. This has to do with procedures associated with a rights offering. Computer Graphics has announced a rights offering for its shareholders. Carol Stevens owns 1,400 shares of Computer Graphics stock. 4 rights plus $54 in cash are needed to buy one of the new shares. The stock is currently selling for $66 rights on, which means rights are included in the price. What is the value of a right? Well, we're going to be using this formula here to calculate the value of a right, and that is located and explained on pages 554 and 555. Okay, so if you need further explanation here, I gave you some information on the variables associated. All right, so R is our value of the right, equals the stock value rights on minus the subscription price divided by the number of rights required plus 1. So let's go ahead and calculate that now. All right, we're looking for R, and that equals the stock value rights on, which according to the problem is $66. All right, minus our subscription price, and according to this, 4 rights plus $54 in cash are needed to buy one of the new shares. Okay. Then you divide that by the number of rights required. It says 4 rights are required plus $54 of cash plus 1, which means R equals 12 divided by 5. The value of a right then is $2.40. Value of a right is $2.40. How many of the new shares should Carol or could Carol buy if she exercised all her rights? That's letter B. How many of the new shares could Carol buy if she exercised all her rights? How much cash would this require? All right, well, according to the problem, Carol owns 1,400 shares of stock, and she would receive 1,400 rights. She would receive 1,400 rights. Now, if she wanted to use those rights and purchase stock, she needs 4 rights per share. So if you divide that number by 4 rights per share, that's rights per share, that means she could, if she wanted to, purchase 350 shares of stock. Okay, now how much money would that cost her? 350 shares times the subscription price of $54. That means she would have to pay to buy those shares $18,900 in cash if she wants to purchase these 350 shares. Next question, letter C. Carol doesn't know if she wants to exercise her rights or sell them. Would either alternative have a more positive effect on her wealth? And the answer, if you were to read pages 555 and 556, you would find that there is no difference at all between those two choices. The only time that she would have a significant effect on her wealth would be if she allowed those rights to expire and she lost the privilege of either selling them or using them. Then she would definitely have an effect on her wealth. But other than that, there's no difference between the two choices.